Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde, welcome to Dimensional Wellness 365, episode 9. I want you to name me a diet that you have followed, whether it's for a week or for 2 weeks or for weeks or for a month or months or a year or even 2 years plus, right? Name me a diet. They're hard to find, right? I have been that guy. I was doing those yo-yos and I said to myself a while back, I'll never do that again, right? I don't want to go backwards and I never do. So I have lived a life prolonging lifestyle for 2 years today, and I'm going to talk to you about it. And before I do so, I'm going to ask you to please click on the bell, share it with those that you know need a mental boost or they need to work on their illnesses or need to work on their inner health. Share it with those you love and respect. Let's get into this. I just mentioned that diets, right? Diets don't work. Lifestyles do, but diets don't work. But name me a lifestyle that has lasted that long, right? 2 years, for example, like myself. I follow people that have done this for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, lifetimes of fasting. I mean, lifetimes since the age of 18 years old. And today they're in their mid 70s, late 70s, and they look bright as life themselves, right? So I'm gonna get I've successfully followed my life prolonging lifestyle. And I just mentioned this, right? For 2 years while losing 120 pounds and exercising every day. So doing things that I love, and that's what I'm gonna get into here. It's not a secret. The information is out there. The data and the research is on hundreds of thousands of people, 10 times over, 100 times over. The research and data is there. My dyslexic mind, basically, and I tell people, puzzled together. I looked at all the commonalities of the people that live the longest on earth, the people that live 100, 110, 120 years strong. I look at their commonalities, whether it's religion, whether it's culture, around the world. I took all those commonalities, I put them together. From that, I took the food that all those cultures eat, food that is backed by data and research for life prolonging lifestyle, right? I looked at all that, and the variation was very amazing. And what I've done is I combined that together. And I've lived this lifestyle since June 3rd, 2019 without even looking back once, right? Because it's easy. So I combined it with physical activities, like I told you, every single day, stuff that I love. So I went after food that I love and I know that I would enjoy every day, and I combined it all together. And I put activities in my life that I love doing every day, whether it's biking, whether it's walking, whether it's doing laps in the pool, whether it's kickboxing or functional fitness or CrossFit or etc. I do something every day. Now I'm doing it multiple times a day. And I'm talking half-hour bursts here or 20-minute bursts there or 10-minute bursts there. I do something every day. 3-4 times a day. It's a drive that comes into, and the opening of the portholes of the brain, the drive and for the stamina, for the hunger, for the endurance and so forth, that starts building. It becomes almost a healthy addiction, right? And not a sugar addiction, but a healthy addiction. Let's keep going here. So all this stuff that I've done, it's backed by data and research, and I mentioned by hundreds of thousands of people. It's a Mediterranean lifestyle. So when it came down to people who were to ask me, coin it, what would you call it, right? It's a Mediterranean lifestyle is what I'm doing my way. The food that I love, Mediterranean style. Take my time when I eat. I make it count. I do not rush my meal. I only have 2 meals a day. That's what I eat. One main feast at dinner and my raw nuts and my special coffee that I talk about to break my fast with. That's it. That's what I do most of the time. If my buddies call me or wife and family want to go for brunch, yeah, I will. If you want to go to a restaurant and throw in a second meal, yeah, I will. Have I third in the third meal in the last 2 years? No, I haven't. Haven't needed to. But I don't mind throwing in a full second meal, restaurant, the whole nine yards. I don't penalize myself in any way, shape, or form, right? But what I do, my minimum is 16 hours fasting. That's a key rule of thumb, right? I've never cheated that, and that's my rule and regulations in life, right? So I'm going to keep going here. This Mediterranean lifestyle that I talk about, 2021, 2019, 2020, 2018, you can keep going backwards in time here. That is the best lifestyle, proven data research-wise, that people do better on longevity-wise, in the sense of lifestyle. They stick to it, right? And when those that do it properly, those that follow properly, they it's like the heart healthy, the diabetes, the longevity, the healthy eating, it becomes part of life. Everything starts decreasing. You build your internal health. And that's what I tell people. I build my internal health while renovating my body. And that just naturally transpires by working on your inner health, by following this Mediterranean lifestyle that I live, combined with fasting, combined with functional fitness exercising, right? So the core foods are your whole grains, your fruits, your vegetables, your beans, your herbs, your spices, your nuts, your healthy fats like olive oil. Every single day, that's my core food, right? I eat raw nuts every single day. Proven. My cocoa, I tell people, every single day I have cocoa. Proven data research-wise. That's your core foods. Your twice weekly type food, that's your fish and seafoods, right? You don't eat that every day. And I'm going to keep going here. But the more you live plant-based lifestyle, the less diseases you have. All right, we're just going to leave it at that. The more plant-based of a lifestyle you live, less diseases you have, okay? Let that resound for a bit. So your twice weekly, that's your fish and seafoods, etc. Moderation type food, that's your dairy foods, your eggs, your poultry. I haven't drank milk, I don't remember when. Like honestly, it's 3 years. Yeah, easy over 2 years, definitely, but at least probably 3 years, 4 years, maybe longer than that. I don't eat, but I still eat my cheeses, right? But I eat it in moderation. Like I still eat my charcuterie board type meat. I eat it in moderation. And that's when it gets to the meats here. Infrequent serving, that's your red meats. That's your sweets, your desserts. I make my natural sweets. I get my sugars from fruits. I get my sugars from my natural foods, right? Real whole food, nutrient-dense food, not highly processed or ultra-processed, refined, etc. I stay away from that. Again, all this is backed by data and research. Remember, 2 years here. I've been doing this for 2 years as a lifestyle. Think about that for a second. Not a diet, a lifestyle. But it's also backed by research. It changes your blood sugars, your inflammation, body mass index, reduction of strokes. Think about that, right? Improving cognitive function. People that'll tell me, oh my God, you're so different. I am. It brightens the mind, right? Certain diets that I've done in my lifetime, I had learned that it really brightens the mind, but it wasn't realistic. I couldn't do it every day. I couldn't do it. I felt like a dog, man, eating the same thing every day. I didn't want to do that no more. So this lifestyle that I live, I figured it out, right? So that's why, again, the improving cognitive function, it lengthens the telomeres. I don't want to get into that, but the longer your telomeres are and your DNA strands, it protects against chronic diseases. And the longer the telomere, it's proven that longer longevity, the longer you live, the 100 years, 110 years, 120-year people, the longer the telomere, the longer the lifespan, and the decrease in chronic diseases, right? So you eat more plant-based. Right, I'm going to tell you right now, eat more plant-based type food, like Mediterranean style. And I don't want to. And I tell my wife, I don't want to label. Right, if I want to eat meats, I'll eat my meats. Right, my meats have gone down a lot. My plant-based has gone up a lot. So I don't want titles. I don't believe in titles. I think that's division and separation on the earth. So I believe in just eating more plant-based food, because I know from data and research there's less diseases when those that live plant-based more so, and they live the longest, the strongest, and so forth. Proven by data and research. It's not a secret. I'm going to tell you again, I've done this for 2 years. Build your internal health. It'll renovate your exterior health. Trust me on that. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, Dimensional Wellness 365, episode 9, 2 years today. Happy anniversary to me. Thank you. Ciao, merci, gracias.